found their rhythms, things started improving. And that's where as managers, we discovered our new roles as not as guys who are setting the plan, ensuring that people don't move away from the planned path. We did not give the commitments, so we didn't have this thing of whether we are succeeding or failing in a release as a manager. The accountability, the teams took it upon themselves, and the managers, we discovered our roles in as enablers, obstacle removers, or sometimes like people would say, we are the guys who just have to go around and distribute coffees at the right time, ensure people are in a good mood, they don't get too down when you're not able to uh, get a build promoted for 2 or 3 days. We ensured that people don't burn themselves out. We became coaches. We started focusing on culture building. Instead of telling them, do this way, we started suggesting frameworks on how we can make decisions, how to find our own metrics, how to evaluate ourselves. And then we gave those suggestions and we stepped aside and started watching. I think that is what, to me, laid the foundation for the teams to figure out the processes, the principles, and the values by themselves. And after a time, they started teaching us. A lot of new processes, new initiatives started coming from the floor without managers having to push, or we didn't have to invent. They came, they decided, and then we were just helping it. We got into the supporting cast.
It actually freed up the managers from the day-to-day. I would say people have a tendency to do micromanagement, right, in the traditional style. So trying to track the progress, trying to see what's going on, and so on. And it actually freed up the manager's bandwidth to do a lot of these things, like think about the longer term, try to see how we can generate more value, right, from what we are doing. So that actually became one of the key sort of shifts in the thinking for the managers, saying, okay, now we don't want to do these things. So yeah, we are acting still as managers, we are acting as guardrails for the teams and so on. And we are still the connect between the teams and the business, right? So the business goals and the business needs. But we also now can actually devote some time to actually help the business, right? And see what are the next things that we can do, how we can enable the teams, how we can generate more value for the company, right? So that became one of the key shifts in the role of a manager.